in data pre-processing? Which are the major tasks? Okay, so these are the major tasks in data pre-processing. So data pre-processing consists of data cleaning, data integration, data reduction, and data transformation. Okay, so in data pre-processing, this actually to be done before applying the data mining algorithms or methods. Okay, so if the data is not cleaned, it is not properly integrated, it is not properly in a proper size, or it is not having some values which are transformed in a proper range, so that data is not suitable for data mining, and it can generate wrong patterns, okay, which are not useful. So that is why we must understand, we must undergo, or the data, our data to be used for data mining must undergo data cleaning, data integration, data reduction, and data transformation. So let us see in short what is data cleaning. So this is a short introduction about data cleaning. So data may consist of some missing values. Okay, like I said, people are purposefully may not enter some values. Okay, so that is what they may not enter some values, or they may enter wrong values. So if the value is missing, we must fill the missing values. Okay, now how to fill missing value, that we will see when we will see the data cleaning in detail. Okay, similarly, if the wrong values are entered, so that is called as a noisy data. Okay, so we must smooth out this noisy data. So how to smooth the noisy data, or how we can bring a value from a deviated value to an expected value? So that is what smoothing the noisy data. Yes, that we will also see when we will see the data cleaning in detail. So there is a separate lecture on data cleaning which you can attend. After that, identifying or removing outliers. Outliers means the data which is not related data or relevant data. So we can identify it and we can remove outliers. Similarly, we can resolve inconsistencies. We can resolve inconsistencies. Okay, like I gave you an example. What is the inconsistency? Some peoples will enter their result in percentages. Some may enter total marks. Some may enter their SGPA or CGPA. So that is what inconsistency. So we must resolve this inconsistency. Similarly, and this all is nothing but what? A dirty data. So if the data consists of missing values, it consists of noisy or wrong values, it consists of outliers or inconsistent data. So that dirty data is there, and this dirty data must be converted into what? A reliable data. Okay, so we should convert this data, or we should clean all these problems in the data. So that is called as data cleaning. After that, we will see what is the data integration. So what is the data integration? We know that data is available from multiple sources, and these two sources are of different types. For example, one source may be a database management system, one source may be a multidimensional data cubes, one source may be files, some source may be like an XML data. Okay, some source may be like some from some cloud. Okay, so we have different sources of the data. Okay, like I said, I'm collecting the data related to students results, and one university follows like percentages, one follows or one college uses database management system, another college uses Excel. So these are the data from different sources. Okay, so we have to integrate, must take care that it should not result into inconsistencies and redundancies. Now, what is inconsistency? The data in one attribute should not be of different form. If it is a column related to age, it must have the age values between what? Maybe like 0 to, you can say 100, right? What can be an age? It can be 0 to 100, right? So if it is an employee data, employee cannot just born and come to the company. So what is the valid range? It can be between like 20 to 60, right? 20 to 60. So that data will be what? A consistent data. Now what is the redundant data? Redundancy, when we integrate the data from different sources, it should not have inconsistent and duplicate or redundant data. Okay. For example, there is a attribute customer ID uh, in one file or in one database, and in another database there is a column cust underscore ID. So this is what? Inconsistency, right? So when we integrate these two databases, what we understand, customer ID is a different column and cust ID is a different column. So what we do? We maintain both the columns, right? We maintain both the columns. One is customer ID and second cust ID. So that is what? Redundancy. That is what? Redundancy. Another problem is what? Example is what? Consider there is a customer where his name is actually what? William Bill. His name is William Bill, but in one database he is available as William, in another database he is available as Bill. Okay, so the person is same, he must be referred by a single entry or single record, but due to the different names he will be referred as two different entries. Okay, so that is again an example of redundancy, right? And example of inconsistency is what? Suppose in the height column, one database consists of values in centimeter, and in another database the values are what? In the feet. Okay, so that is what? Inconsistent data, because when we merge them, so either we consider that value as a centimeter or feet. Okay, so that is what? That will lead to inconsistency, right? Because in centimeter it may be like 200 centimeters or 300 centimeters height, and in feet it will be just what? 4, 5, 6 or 4.5 or 5.5, etc., right? So there is an inconsistency in the data when we integrate it or merge it together. So that is need to be handled in data integration. Now third is what? Data reduction. So data reduction is what? Means what? When we use the data for data mining, it is collected from different sources, so it is a huge data, so it will be in GBs or TBs. So we must reduce its size. So why to reduce? Because it is difficult to process such a huge amount of data, or maybe it is not necessary. Okay, all the data is not relevant. Okay, so we must reduce its size. So how do you reduce? So there are two types: dimensionality reduction and numericity reduction. So what is dimensionality reduction? We will remove irrelevant attributes from the data. We will remove irrelevant attributes from the data. So what are irrelevant? Which are not relevant, which are not related. Okay, so suppose there are 10 attributes, 10 columns, and the important are only 6. So I will remove 4 columns. So that will reduce what? The size of the data, right? For example, the attribute subset selection, the method we can use for data reduction is what? Attribute subset selection. And that comes under wavelet transform or a principal component analysis. Principal component analysis. Okay, so these are the two methods which are used in data mining to reduce the size of the data and then use that data for data mining. Then second is numericity reduction. Now what is numericity? Replacement by alternative or a smaller representation of data. Replacement by alternative or smaller representation of the data. So here we can use the parametric models such as regression or log linear models, as well as we can also use non-parametric models, histograms, cluster, and sampling. Okay, so in dimensional reduction, we reduce the number of attributes. We only take the relevant one, and in numericity reduction, we replace the actual data by its smaller representation. And this is the last task, that is data transformation. Now, what is data transformation? Suppose I have a value, and that value is having a huge range. Okay, like even say, suppose I say age. Okay, for age, we have some values, or for suppose a temperature column, we have some values. So suppose for temperature column, the values are -2, 32, or maybe 100, like and that is in Fahrenheit. Okay, not in degree Celsius. So 59, 48, and these values are actually having a huge range. So if I want to transform these values in a smaller range, and that smaller range will be between 0 to 1. Okay, so I can do that by transformation. Okay, so that transformation uses a method called this -2 into -0.02, then 0.32, 1.00, 0.59, 48 will be 0.48. Okay, so or if a column consists of a long range, I can transform it into a smaller range, and that is between 0 to 1, or maybe any other range like 0 to 10, etc. So that is called as data transformation, and that is actually useful in data mining to generate better and useful patterns. We can also use concept hierarchy generation, such as street, city, state, or country. Like suppose there is a database in which the address attribute or address column has mentioned the information or the values in the form of street and city. Okay, street and city. Some maybe are using state, or some may be using country. Okay, so we can switch between these values, like street to city, city to state, state to country, or we can also come back from country to state, state to city, city to street. So this is what transformation. Okay, so these are the four major tasks in data mining. First, what we have seen is data cleaning. Second is data integration. Third is data reduction, and fourth is data transformation. So I hope you have enjoyed the today's class. If you have any doubt, you can ask.